What's up, everybody? We're here on Lowry with my man Tenisio Seanima.
Greetings, family.
We just had a quick bite to eat at one of our favorite spots in Atlanta, Local Green Atlanta.
That's right.
Highly recommend. So Tenisio and I, we meet pretty regularly. He's one of my good friends and mentors. Tenisio's been a grower for a long time, a business person, a media person, radio personality, so we've always had a lot in common. And most recently, Tenisio became the first urban agriculture manager for the city of East Point. So first of all, we want to just wish you a congratulations.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Well deserved. And also, the reason why we're chatting here right now is because Tenisio actually gets most credit for coming up with the idea of Farmer's Jam. It was really his brainchild that I have kind of carried forward. So I'm just going to ask Tenisio a couple questions so y'all can get to know him a little bit. And then we'll let him get back to his very busy day. So, first of all, let's talk about East Point.
Okay.
You just started, obviously, so probably haven't gotten like a ton of things done. Probably trying to build the ship more than steer it. But can you tell us a little bit about what you have going on now? And then also kind of what your big picture vision for the job is?
Yeah, most certainly. I'll actually start with the end in mind. I mean, the big picture vision is to really be able to formally and very optimally take a food system that exists quite organically in East Point and make it something that's like well-intentioned, organized. It's a well-oiled machine. You know, we currently have a food distributor there that distributes food to institutions such as hospitals and schools. And all of that food is both sourced and sold within 250 miles of that location. We have a compost production company there in East Point. We have a cooperative grocery store that's being built. We even have an actual business that's going to be retrofitting itself, and it would like to have that co-op grocery store be the flagship of its entire development, which is going to be homes, you know, restaurants, you name it. So there's a system in East Point. There's the growers, right? We want that to be something that the actual city is seeing as a benefit and as an asset to itself, and really make that be a part of its brand, its identity, and its function.
Shout out to the East Point growers.
Yeah, most certainly. You know, you got Ross Kofi out there doing his thing with Shamba. You got a few community gardens out there. Of course, Truly Living Well was headquarters there for a period. Brother Holmes had his farm there for a period. So it's definitely been a place. I was there for 10 years growing. It's been a place where a lot has been happening at a grassroots level, pun intended. But moving forward, even with where we're at now, so a couple of milestones have been reached. You know, number one, we actually had our city agriculture plan approved on April 19th of this year. So this is a plan that actually is a part of the comprehensive plan for the whole city to make sure that everything that I just talked about, again, is ordained. Moving forward with that, we now need to create an actual local food ecosystem commission. So this commission has actually been approved by City Council, and they are in the process of appointing the members to that commission, who we are encouraging them to pick from the pool of candidates that represent our local food interests. So again, that could be some of the growers, that could be people who've started some of the advocacy efforts in the city. That could be people who are experts on water. That could be even people who are experts on taxes, you know, as it relates to agriculture. We want a commission that's well-rounded. Of course, we want, you know, representation from USDA, you know, affiliates, just people who understand the holistic system, and put them in a position where, as a commission, they can actually help guide the ideas, if you will, that the city would vote on when necessary, but also to ensure that, you know, funding for these type of activities. You actually have a department working on that, right? Anybody who's gone out there to look for grants, y'all know how that work can be. So to have an actual group that can really be intention on focusing on that for the whole city and everybody who's doing agriculture there, that's a big move. So I could go on, but just know that, yeah, a lot is happening right now in East Point, y'all. And look, let me say, hold on. See, I said a lie. We got an event coming up on Saturday. Actually Friday and Saturday. I don't know when this is airing, so if it's not going to be on, hey, edit it out. But if it's going to be airing, we got an event this Friday where I'll be teaching people about the labels related to food. You know, certified organic, non-GMO project, even how to determine what is the difference between a hybrid and GMO products, right? When you buy your food, let's say, for example, from a nursery and grow it yourself. That'll be this Friday. That's going to be taking place in East Point. Just hit me up for more info. But then on Saturday, we're doing a seed swap and a People's Assembly. So I'd be remiss to not say that. The People's Assembly is where we're going to the citizens and engaging them directly and saying, hey, these are the things we're thinking about doing, but we want to hear you all's input on what we're doing to make sure that it aligns with what your vision is. So I couldn't leave that out. I had to put that in there and make sure y'all understand this is about the people and will always be about the people.
So I was just gonna say, and y'all thought that farming was about growing food. You see this? This is all kinds of civic engagement, community building, lifestyle, healthy living, green living. I mean, it's all, everything into one. So big respect for everything that you're doing, Tenisio.
Yeah, man.
Now, let's get back to Farmers Jam real quick.
Okay.
Because I was trying to remember exactly how it came to be. I got the general story.
Oh,
we were working at Georgia Organics at the time. I was the communication coordinator. You were the Farmer Services Manager, something like that. And they have a conference every year. Now, I believe we were heading into the 2016 conference. So it was probably about 2015 that we came up with this idea. It might have been 16 into 17, I'm not sure.
Well, you were still there, so yeah, it had to be in that range. Yeah.
Somewhere in there. And every year they have a musical guest. Now, Tenisio has been the musical guest many times, but in this particular occasion, I think we were just talking about like, oh, you know, Robbie, he plays the drums. Wouldn't it be cool if he got up there? Oh, you know who else plays the drums? And then Tenisio's like, oh, that's it. You know, I know this person plays the singer. Ross Kofi sings this. Aj is the singer. This person plays the bass. And that's basically how I remember. Of course, it was just an idea that we couldn't pull it off. But like, what do you remember about how Farmers Jam started? And then also, did you ever think it was going to come this far?
I mean, I can say this much, man. I envisioned it being something that could be a staple for sure in this movement. What makes me proud is that you are somebody who is, intimately connected with the work doing it, so that I know it's always going to represent the best interests, of what the farmers want. And I can say this much, man, like, to me, it's one of those things that's inevitable when people look at farmers as just that, people. Like when you recognize that they're no different than the rest of us, like have the same bills, same drive and ambition, same goals, you name it, then you'll recognize that these are people who have a plethora of different attributes about themselves. And we need to highlight who they are holistically, because as we all say, there is no culture without agriculture.
Hello.
So think about it from the flip side of that, right? There's the agriculture side, but then there's the culture side. Those cultural expressions need to be captured. What kind of song content do you think a farmer would make compared to the average artist these days? Something wholesome or something ratchet?
It's a good question.
We're just gonna let that hang a little bit. So I mean, with all that being said, and then looking at how you can tie what they're doing as cultural liaisons, if you will, of the community back into their work, it's a win-win. So you've done an excellent job, man, in making sure that that connection is made, that you're knowing that these farmers have locations where you can buy their food. There's food that you can help them grow. There's products that you can purchase through, the actual product line that Farmers Jam is putting together. Like, this is all, to me, what our economy is supposed to be about, our communities are supposed to be about. We integrate all of our talents. This man is here filming us right now, right? Using all of the talents that we have to promote this. That's the goal.
Using the camera that he recommended for me.
Hey, man, I mean,
so it's all about teamwork.
That's it. That's it. It's a lifestyle, y'all. So this is lifestyle branding. Agriculture is sexy. It ain't going nowhere. It's only going to grow from here. This is how we do.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else to say, because that was a perfect way to end.
And the evidence that he gave about even the story, like, that's what it's all about, y'all. It ain't about who owns an idea, who's going to get the props. We just work. We just do the work. Y'all, anybody who knows me know I'm busy as hell. So another idea on my plate is probably not the best thing until I finish the other 8 I'm working on. So teamwork makes the dream work, and I'm happy that you took it and ran with it, man.
Definitely. It's been a joyous journey so far. I'm looking forward to keeping on going.
Yeah.
It's been great to follow your journey as well. And just to really wrap it up, whilst Farmers Jam is about agriculture, whilst being the East Point Urban Ag Manager is about agriculture, it really is about everything else as well. Right. It's about how we bring people together, how we act as a community.
That's right.
What do we want the world to be that we live in? Do we believe in green? Do we believe in equity? Do we believe in diversity? Because agriculture represents all of those things, and that's why we're fully behind agriculture. So we're gonna step down off this soapbox. I'm gonna let him get back to his busy day, but thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon.
Well, certainly.
Hey.